ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome all of you for this morning, Sunday morning class. Surat, will you sir able to hear me?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. Today we will discuss some Ramayana. I am in Ayodhya Dham. So Ram Navami is soon coming. So I thought I will discuss something from the glories of Lord Ram and the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायै पते नमः। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथम् कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये। हरे कृष्ण। Generally, we are all looking for surrendering to a perfect person. Right? We want our master to be perfect, our leader to be perfect, and faultless. But you will see in this world, you can't find such a person. In this world, everybody has some faults. Some of the other faults. Somebody may be beautiful, but he may not be intelligent. Somebody may be very famous, but he may be a bad character. Somebody may be very rich, but he may be very stingy. Somebody may be very magnanimous, but he may not have the capacity to help. So in this way, people have imperfections in this world. You can't find a perfect person in this world. When Lakshmi Devi appeared in Samudra Mantana, and when Samudra Mantana was going on, from that came Lakshmi Devi. You can sit here also. So when Lakshmi Devi came from Samudra Mantana, she was searching for a match, suitable match. She was thinking, who should I marry? She looked at everybody present in the assembly. Then she started disqualifying everybody. So he is not qualified, he is not qualified, he is not qualified. Because they have some fault or the other. So, but then finally she looked at Lord Vishnu. And then when she looked at Lord Vishnu, she said, yeah, this person is perfect. He has no faults. He is perfect person, but he has one fault. Although he has no fault, but still he has one fault. What is that? That he is not. He doesn't need me. He is Atmaram. Right? He is Atmaram. He is self-satisfied. That is the nature of Lord Rama or Lord Vishnu. They are self-satisfied, completely satisfied. So then Lakshmi Devi says, he may not need me, but I need Lord Vishnu. So then she went and put garland on Lord Vishnu's neck, then accepted him as a husband. So in this way, we also need Lord. Lord doesn't need us. He is self-satisfied. He is Atmaram, completely satisfied. But we need Lord's support for our maintenance. So that's why we should go running to the lotus feet of the Lord and serve Him. And the Lord is the most perfect person actually. He has no faults in Him. There is one verse in Srimad Bhagavatam that says, Tasmadhavantam anavadyam anantam. I'll open that. It says 11, 7, 18. Here it says that तस्माद्भवन्तमनवद्यमनन्तपारं सर्वज्ञमीश्वरमकुण्ठविकुण्ठधीष्ण्यं निर्विण्णधीरहम् उहे वृजनाभितप्तो नारायणं नरसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये. I am surrendering to Narayana, who is Narasaka, friend of all living entities. I surrender to him. Why? Why? Because he is Anavadyam, he is perfect. There is no fault in him. Anavadyam. Anantaparam, he may be perfect. Even some, if you consider somebody else also is perfect, but he may not have unlimited capacity. But the Lord is having unlimited capacity. Anantaparam. And is Sarvajnam. Right? See, somebody may be perfect, somebody may be unlimitedly powerful, but he may not know my problem. But Lord knows my problems. Sarvajnam. He is Ishwaram. And Ishvara means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Akunta, undisturbed by any force, and Vikunta, the spiritual kingdom Vaikunta. So this Vaikunta is undisturbed by any other disturbances. There are no demons there. There are no problems there. Janma Mrityujara Vyadhi is absent there. So Vaikunta is Akunta. Dhishnyam, the supreme abode. Nirvinnadhi, right? Feeling renounced in the mind. Aham, I, O Lord, Vrijnabhitaptaha, I am tormented by sufferings in this world. Vrijna means diseases and problems. Narayanam Narasakam Sharanam Prapadye. Therefore, O Lord, feeling weary of mortal life and tormented by its distresses, I now surrender unto you because you are the perfect master. You are the unlimited, all knowing, supreme personality of Godhead, whose spiritual abode in Vaikuntha is free from all disturbances. In fact, you are known as Narayana, the true friend of all living beings. So the Lord is a friend of all living beings. And especially Lord Rama is friend of human beings, he is friend of monkeys, he is friend of the wild bears, he is friend of squirrels, he is friend of Jatayu, right? So he gave his mercy to everybody. So na janmanunam. Actually, Sugriva is telling one verse in Bhagavatam. Na janmanunam bhavato na saubhagam. न वाक् न बुद्धिर्नाकृतिस्तोष हेतु तद्वैव सृष्टानपि नो वनौकस चकार सख्ये बत लक्ष्मण अग्रज. Sugriva and Hanuman who are staying in one place called Kimpur Varsha. There they are offering prayers to Lord Rama. What they are telling? Na Janma. We are born in forest. We are not rich. And ours is not, we don't have any gotra also. अपना कोई गोत्र नहीं है अपना कोई संपत्ति नहीं है, वी आर वेरी जंगल रेसिडेंट्स, न जन्म न महतो न सौभगम, एंड वी डोंट हैव ग्रेट फॉर्चून, no walk. We are bandar. We are monkeys. We can't speak eloquent words. Na buddhi. Ours is vanara buddhi. Right? We are only attracted to sense gratification. The monkeys are attracted to eating and mating. That's what they keep doing. Right? So Sugriva was telling, we don't have good capacity to speak. We don't have good capacity of intelligence. Because Hanuman is exceptional, but in general, all monkeys have. Uh, And then Nakriti, we don't have beauty, we have monkey faces. So we don't have any of these things to please you, O Lord. But you disregarded all these disqualifications. Teryad Visishta Napino Vanokasaha. We are forest residents. So disregarding all these qualifications, Chakara Sakhe Bata Lakshmanagraja. Lakshmanagraja is Rama. Chakara Sakhe, he made friendship with all of us. So that is his greatness. So the Lord is so merciful. That is said is no that one may be see, in a prayer to Krishna expressing her feelings, Kunti Maharani called him Akinchana Gochara. The prefix a means not, and Kinchana means something in this material world. One may be very proud of his prestigious position, material wealth, beauty, education, so on. But although these are certainly good qualifications in material dealings, they are not necessary for achieving friendship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Duryodhana did not get friendship of the Lord. Ravana was very rich. He had Soniki Lanka, but that is not the qualification to meet Lord Ram. Right? So one who possesses all these material qualities is expected to become a devotee. And when he actually does so, the qualities are properly utilized. Right? In case if somebody has Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Sri, if he becomes a devotee, then those qualities have some meaning. Otherwise, they are useless. Those who are puffed up by high birth, wealth, education, personal beauty, unfortunately, do not care for developing Krishna consciousness. Nor does the Supreme Personality of Godhead care about all these material qualifications. Supreme Lord is achieved by devotion. Bhaktyama Abhishanati. So, one's devotion and sincere desire to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead are the only qualifications. So, bhakti is the qualification. So, the monkeys may not have had any other qualification, but they had bhakti. So, because of the devotion which they had, Lord Ram accepted their service. And Lord Ram came all the way from Ayodhya to Dandakaranya to give association. Right? Some people may wonder why did Lord Ram come to the forest? Right? Dasharath Maharaj later on said that no. I told you to go to the forest. Now I'm telling you, stay here. I said no. Then Kaikeyi also came later to forest in Chitrakoot and said that no, you are going to the forest. That was my request. Now I'm taking back my words. You stay back. Lord Ram said no. I have given my word to my father, so I have to go. So Lord Ram was somehow bent on going to the forest. Why? Because he had a mission. Because he was thinking, if I do not go to the forest, how will these monkeys get the mercy? How will these sages who are so much in trouble because of the Rakshas, how they will be protected? She was thinking that for their sake I have to go. And it may be some inconvenience for me to go into the forest, but for their sake I will go. त्यक्त्वा सुदुस्त्यज्य सुर इप्सितराज्यलक्ष्मी धर्मिष्ठारेव च स यदगादरण्यम्. 11th canto of Bhagavatam talks about Lord Rama. It says Tyaktva, he gave up what? Sudustyajya, uh, very difficult to give up. He gave that thing which is very difficult to give. What is it? Ayodhya. Right? Tyaktva Sudustyajya Sura Ipsita, even Devatas aspire to be here. Rajya Lakshmi, such opulence he gave up. And Dharmishta Aryavachasa Yadagadharanyam. And he went to the forest on the word of his father, Dharmishta. Aryavachasa. His father was very pious, virtuous. And then Maya Mrugam Daitaya Ipsita Annadhavad. And in the forest, he chased after Maya Mruga, Maricha, who had taken the form of a golden deer. He chased behind. Maya Mrugam Daitaya Ipsita. Because Sita Devi wanted that. Anvadhavad. Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam. I offer my obeisance to Lord Ram, who is Mahapurusha. Of course, this one shloka is applicable to Krishna also, is applicable to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Right. So, Krishna was born in Mathura, and with the promise of Vasudeva, he went to uh, Vrindavan, Aranyam. And there he, Daitya, so that there it refers to gopis. He chased behind the gopis of Vrindavan. It refers to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He left Navadvip, which is so opulent and such wonderful devotees whom even Devatas aspire to be born there. So he went to the forest of his mortal world to give Krishna consciousness, to chase behind people who are chasing after Maya. So, so the Lord Ram went to the forest for what purpose? To give mercy to all these conditioned souls in the forest and also to the devotees in the forest. So the only way one can achieve the mercy of the Lord is by bhakti, and this monkeys had that devotion. So that's why Lord Ram went to the forest. So from Lord Ram we can see that he is Maryada Purushottam, right? Lord Vishnu is Purushottama. 15th chapter of Gita is called as Purushottama Yoga. So the Lord is called as Purushottama, and Krishna and Lord Rama is called as Maryada Purushottama, and Lord Krishna is Purna Purushottama. Right? Yasmaksharamatiitoham aksharavichattamaha atasmi loke vede cha pratita Purushottamaha. So Lord Vishnu is Purushottama, Maryada Purushottama is Lord Ram, and Krishna is Purna Purushottama. So from Lord's activities we can learn how to lead our life. But Krishna we can't imitate. But Lord Ram we can surely imitate. Because Lord is setting a Maryada for all of us. He is setting an example for all of us. Right? What to do, what not to do. So let us get into Ramayana, the first verse of Ramayana, where Narada Muni is meeting Valmiki. And Valmiki, the Maharshi, is asking questions to hmm, to this Balakanda. Okay. So Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana has got 24,000 verses. And each of the 24,000, each one set of 1,000 begins with Gayatri Mantra. So the Gayatri Mantra has 24 letters. Each of the 1,000th letter begins with the mantra. So that's what Gayatri Ramayana also. It's called as Gayatri Ramayana. There's another Ramayana called Gayatri Ramayana. So the first verse, Valmiki is asking a question to Narada. It's a very relevant question. So what is that question? Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidambaram नारदं परिपप्रच्छ वाल्मीकिः मुनिपुङ्गवम्. Can somebody read this translation?
Thoughtful meditator and eternally studious sage in scripture about the truth and untruth. Sage's screen is not visible to you.
Yeah, now I made it visible.
A sage's thinker and a sublime enunciator among all the expert enunciator is Narada. And with such a divine sage Narada, the sage poet Valmiki is inquisitively inquiring about a man who is a composite for all the merited endowments in his form and caliber.
Hmm. So Valmiki is asking a question to Narada. Who is Narada? Tapa Swadhyaya Nirataha. He is always engaged in austerities, tapa. And Swadhyaya Nirataha, he is always studying the scriptures. And he is tapasvi. He is doing austerities. Vag Vidambaram is best of the preachers. Vak means to speak. Vak Vidam means for the expert speakers. He is the best among all the expert preachers. So there is Narada. So Pariprapracha, he asked a question. Okay, so the Valmiki is asking a question to the best of the sages. So when you ask question to the best person, then you get the best answer. So when you get an opportunity to meet a great person, you should take the opportunity to ask question. Generally, when you meet great sadhus, saints, we should ask about spiritual inquiry. And generally, one should not ask, how are you doing? Is your health okay? Generally, that kind of material, in material dealings, we ask that, कैसे हो? सब ठीक है ना? स्वास्थ्य अच्छा है ना? That kind of questions we ask. But when you meet pure devotees of the Lord, it is an irrelevant question in one sense. Why? Because they don't consider themselves to be this body. So you ask them, how's your body? It's an irrelevant question for them. One can serve their body, one can offer prasad, one can offer seed, one can offer service to their body. But one should ask about spiritual questions. One should ask about Krishna. So that is the best topic to ask when you meet great personalities. So when Dasharath Maharaj meets Vishwamitra, when Vishwamitra comes to the palace of Dasharath Maharaj, Dasharath Maharaj doesn't ask, how are you? How are you doing? How's your health? He says, how is your tapasya going on? That's what he asks. And when Vishwamitra asks, oh, okay, how is your kingdom? Are the ministers listening to you? Are the citizens obedient to you? Is your treasury full? And is there sufficient rain? Are people happy? Are they getting their food? So these are the questions one should ask to a king. And when you meet a sage, you should ask spiritual inquiry. So Valmiki asked the question. What is the question he asked? He asks this important question, very relevant question he asks. कहनु अस्मिन् सम्प्रतां लोके गुणवान् च you want to repeat? कहनु अस्मिन् सम्प्रतां लोके गुणवान् क च वीर्यवान् धर्मज्ञः च कृतज्ञः च सत्यवाक्यो दृढव्रतः. Read. Ashish Brugan.
Who really is that person in this present world? Who is principled and also a potential one, a conscientious one, a redeemer, and also a truth teller, and self-determined in his deed.
कौन है इस दुनिया में? कौन अस्मिन् संप्रताम लोके? Currently, presently on this planet. संप्रताम लोके कह गुणवान, who has all good qualities, गुणवान. वीर्यवान, who is chivalrous. And dharmagnya, one who knows dharma. Okay. Cha kritagnya, one who is grateful. And then satyavakyo, who is truthful. Right? One who always speak the truth. Dradhavrataha, one who is actually determined in his deeds. कौन है वो इस दुनिया में अभी right now on this planet? Who is there like having all these qualities? Then furthermore qualities are asked. चारित्रेण च को युक्तः
चारित्रेण च युक्तः
सर्वभूतेषु को हितः
सर्वभूतेषु को हितः
विद्वान् कः कः समर्थश्च
विद्वान् कः समर्थश्च
कः च एकप्रियदर्शनः
कः च एकप्रियदर्शनः.
Yes, we shall.
Who is he conduct wise blent with good conduct, who in respect of all beings is benign, who is adept and also the ablest one, also uniquely good to look to.
Right. Charitreena ch ko yuktah. One is good in conduct. Yeah. Somebody may be powerful, but his conduct may be bad. But means one person should have all these qualities. एक दो नहीं, सभी qualities होना चाहिए एक ही में. ऐसे कौन है? चारित्रेण च को युक्तः सर्वभूतेषु को हितः. One is benign. One is actually सर्वभूतेषु हितः. One is doing good for all living entities. सर्वभूत हिते रताः. So one is engaged in welfare of all activities. विद्वान कः, who is very learned. विद्वान, who knows. Who knows the with means to know. Vidwan means one who knows. Vidwan kaha. Kaha samartaha, who is capable. Right? One who is capable of protecting others, one who is capable of maintaining others, providing for others' needs. Samartha. And then Eka Priyadarshanaha, one who is Priyadarshanaha, one is very pleasing to look at. One is very beautiful. Eka Priyadarshanaha. So that is. So these are the qualities. And then furthermore, आत्मवान को जित क्रोधो
आत्मवान् को जितः क्रोधो
द्युतिमान कः अनसूयकः
द्युतिमान् कः अनसूयकः
कस्य बिभ्यति देवा च
कस्य बिभ्यति देवा च
जातरोषस्य संयुगे.
जातरोषस्य संयुगे.
Somebody online can read.
Who is
Yes,
that?
Gagan, yeah.
Who is that courageous one who controlled his ire, who is brilliant, non-jealous, and even whom do the gods fear when provoked to war?
Atmavan means courageous. Jita Krodha was conquered his anger. Okay. Dutiman, brilliant one, effulgent, Dutiman. Anasuyakaha, one is not envious. Right. Generally, one rich man envies another rich man, one powerful man envies another powerful man. Here, no envy in Lord Ram. Kasya bibhyati devacha jata roshasya samyuge. Right. Sometimes even devatas are afraid of Lord Rama when Lord Rama becomes angry. Can you give some example where devatas also trembled in fear?
So that sea trembled in fear when Lord Ram he didn't allow Lord Ram to step in.
Samudra. Samudra Deva trembled in fear. Gad, 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 trembling. Why? Because he didn't give way. Lord Ram humbly asked Samudra Deva, you want to cross the bridge, cross the ocean? Do you have your permission? He doesn't have to take permission also, but he said for taking permission. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day passed. He was sitting and fasting. And after 3 days also, Samudra did not come. So then he took his bow and then put it in his arrow and looked with angry eyes at the ocean, and whole ocean started boiling. Boiling, then all the water became hot, and then all the crocodiles and sharks and big fishes like whales, they started crying and running here and there. So then Samudra appeared. Sorry. I thought you were an ordinary man. I didn't know that you were the Supreme Lord. So then he begged forgiveness. And then he said, okay, you can cross me, make a bridge over me and you can cross it. Right. So even Devatas trembled in fear. And even when Parashuram came in front of Lord Ram, Parashuram also got defeated. And so that is the power of Lord Rama. एतत् श्रोतुमिच्छामि श्रोतुं परं कौतूहलं हि मे
श्रोतुं परं कौतूहलं हि मे
महर्षे त्वं समर्थोऽसि
महर्षे त्वं समर्थोऽसि
ज्ञातुम् एवं विदां नरम्.
ज्ञातुम् एवं विदां नरम्.
Yeah, read. It's online.
All this I wish to listen from you, O great sage, as you are mastermind to know this kind of man. And indeed, my inquisitiveness is immense. Thus, Valmiki inquired with Narada.
Etad shrotamicchami. I want to hear these qualities. Right? Kautuhulam. I'm greatly eager. Inquisitiveness. It is a very important quality to develop for sadhaka. One should be inquisitive. Oh, what is the topic for today? Right? Who is the speaker? Okay, let me go and hear. So that eagerness and that kautuhala should be there. And generally we have kautuhala for many other things. Right? Iraq में क्या हो रहा है, ईरान में क्या हो रहा है, अमेरिका में क्या हो रहा है ना. Everybody is on news. Watching, क्या चल रहा है. Hours and hours they are spending time. They are inquisitive for materialistic things, materialistic knowledge. But one should be inquisitive about Krishna knowledge. Oh, let me see what Krishna is doing today in Bhagavatam. What Lord Rama is doing today. What pastimes he is doing. So let me hear. So such kind of kutuhala for jignasa, tattva jignasa. That should be there. So such person who is hungry for knowledge can get knowledge. One who is not hungry cannot digest food. Similarly, one is not hungry for Krishna. Even if he has the opportunity to get Krishna, he will not take it because he is not hungry. So one should increase appetite first. So here, such questions were put by Valmiki to Narada, Sri Narada Muni. So then, he says, Narada starts answering. श्रुत्वा चेतत्त्रिलोकज्ञो वाल्मीके नारदो वचः श्रूयतामिति च आमन्त्र्य प्रहृष्टो वाक्यमब्रवीत्. Yes, translation.
On listening all those words of Valmiki, the principle of all the three worlds, says Narad said, let it be heard. And backhoning the at sage Valmiki to listen attentively. He spoke these words very gladly.
Shrutva Chetat, when Valmiki heard these questions, he became very happy, right? Prahrishto, became very glad that such a question has been asked. And Narada is Trilokagnya. He knows past, present, and future. Krishna knows past, present, future. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjana bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kashan. Krishna knows past, present, and future. Similarly, devotees of the Lord can know past, present, and future by the mercy of the Lord. So Narada knew that what's going to happen. He knew that Lord Rama has appeared as son of Dasharatha and is going to perform wonderful pastimes. And he has all these qualities. So Trilokagnya Valmikeha Narado Vachaha. So Narada spoke to Valmiki. Shuratamiti, now listen, he says. Shuratam, hear, let it be heard. Hear from me. And Krishna also says sometimes, Tachrunum, hear me now. So Narada starts speaking to Valmiki. बहवो दुर्लभा च एव
बहवो दुर्लभा चैव
ये त्वया कीर्तिता गुणाः
ये त्वया कीर्तिता गुणाः
मुने वक्ष्याम्यहं बुद्धैव
मे वक्ष्याम्यहं बुद्धैव
तैः उक्ता श्रूयतां नरः.
तैः उक्तः श्रूयताम्.
Yes, please read.
O sage Valmiki, the merits which you have extolled are many and unattainable, even for great emperors. Let alone ordinary humans, and also infinite are they. But about such a man with such merits I will speak on. For I, having known from Brahma of such a man, will make clear about that man. Thus Narada started to say.
Hmm. ये दुर्लभा, very very rare, बहुत दुर्लभा. These qualities, kirtita gunaha, tvaya kirtita gunaha. These qualities which I mentioned are very rare to find in humans. But I know one because aham buddhaiva taihi. I have heard from Brahma. I have heard from Brahma that there is one person on the planet right now, and I'll speak about him. Shruyata, please hear. So Narada came hither to impart the legend of Rama, as Brahma already imparted the same to him, and wanted him to impart these very attributes to Valmiki to compose Ramayana. It is a coincidence of interests, Valmiki and those of Narada and Brahma. So actually, Brahmaji had come and he told Valmiki to write Ramayana, isn't it? And the crowns of birds were shot, the hunter shot, and then Valmiki saw that compassion came in his heart. Then he composed a verse which was very mystical, very attractive verse. And then Brahmaji appeared at that time. This is inspired by me. You write Ramayana. So then when he sits for writing, contemplating, then Narada comes and further explains the glories of Lord Rama. So in the first chapter of this Ramayana, the brief story of Ramayana is described. So it's also called Mula Ramayana. In what Narada told to Valmiki and Valmiki expanded based on this. So here he starts speaking the legend of Lord Rama. Ikshvaku Prabhavo
इक्ष्वाकु प्रभवो
Ramo नाम जनै श्रुतः
जनैश्रुतः
नियतात्मा महावीर्यो
नियतात्मा महावीर्यो
द्युतिमान् धृतिमान् वशिः.
धृतिमान् वशी.
Please read that.
One emerged from Ikshvaku dynasty and known to people as Rama by his name, and he is conscientious, conscientious, highly resplendent, steadfast, and a controller of wise and wine, and his own senses as well.
So इक्ष्वाकु वंश प्रभवो, इक्ष्वाकु के वंश में आए हैं एक आदमी जिनका नाम है रामो नामः. His name is Rama. Janai Shuta. People call him as Ram. Or people have heard of his name as Lord Rama. So इक्ष्वाकु वंश में दशरथ महाराज आए. दशरथ महाराज रघु आए. रघु के वंश में दशरथ महाराज, दशरथ के बेटे हैं Lord Ramachandra. So he is such a personality, very wonderful personality. He is Niyat Atma. He has controlled his mind and senses. Yes, Atma can refers to mind, Atma can refers to body, senses also. So Niyat Atma means one who has controlled his senses and he doesn't allow his senses to go astray. So that is Niyat Atma. Mahaviryo is very chivalrous, valorous, very powerful. It is said that many times Lord Ram fought alone. With Ravana, he fought alone. In Dandakaranya, with the 14,000 asuras, he fought alone. Hmm. So, and many asuras in the forest, he fought alone, killed them. Like Virat, he was killed. And then there was another Rakshasa. So, Karadushana, and 14,000 people. Lakshman was with Sita Devi protecting Sita, like Rama, only single-handed he fought with everyone and defeated them. So very valorous, chivalrous. Mahavir, Ditiman is very resplendent, very glowing. Dhrutiman, steadfast, and Vashihi. It is controller of all sins. Vashihi, all wise and vile, it is said. So these are the qualities of Lord Rama. So of course, each of the word is explained by acharyas in detail. Recently, our mm, devotee Vidwan Gaurahari has written Ramayana. ISKCON's Ramayana is there. Till now, ISKCON didn't have a Ramayana. Because the one I'm referring to is different, but in our library, in our temple, we have got full set of Ramayana. So you can refer to that. So like Shloka translation purpose, Shloka translation purpose. I don't have soft copies, I'm referring to this. So, yeah. Buddhiman, Nitiman, Vagmi,
Buddhiman, Nitiman, Vahmi,
Shriman, Shatru Nibarhanaha,
Shivan, Shatru, Nibarhana,
Vipulamso Mahabahu,
Ulansu, Mahabahu,
Kambugrivo Mahahanu.
Kambugrivo, Mahabahu.
Lord Rama's bodily features are described. Please read.
He is an adept one. He is an adept one. Moralist, learned, propos- precocious, and a destroyer of enemies. His arms are lengthy and his neck is like a sword shell. And
His cheekbones.
high.
And sometimes Sanskrit is better than English. Cheekbone is Hanuman. हनु को चीक बोलते हैं. हनुमान जिसका चीक पे मारा था. Indra hit a thunderbolt on cheek. That's why it became Hanuman. So Buddhiman means who is intelligent. Nitiman who is moralist. Buddhiman, Nitiman. Vagmi who is learned one. Who is very expert in speech. Vagmi. Shriman one is rich. Shri means wealth. Shri means rich. One is very rich. Then Shatru Nibarhana. One who can control his enemies. Vipulam. So Vipulam is broad shoulder. One has got broad छाती, छाती उसको बड़ा है. Mahabahu, one has got a big hand, lengthy hand. Kambu Grivaha, on his neck is like a shank. Kambu Grivaha Mahahanu, on his cheekbones are very high, like this. High cheekbones. So this is how his bodily features. More will be there. Mahorasko, Maheshwaso,
Mahopraso, Mahishvaso,
Godajatruho Arindamaha,
Gunatatro, Maitamaha,
Ajanubahu Sushiraha,
Ajanubahu, Sushira,
Sulalata Suvikramaha.
Sulata, Suvikrama,
It Maha Uruskaha, one who is broad chested like a lion. ऐसे लायन का छाती भी थोड़ा बड़ा होता है. ऐसे महा उरु मीन्स एक्चुअली छाती. Maheshwaso, right? Ishu means actually arrows. Maha Ishu Vasaha. Bhagavad Gita में आते हैं. First chapter, word Maheshwasaha comes. One who is expert in archery. Guda Chatruhu Arindamaha. Right? Arindama is one subjugator of enemies. Arindama. And collar bones are concealed. No? Collar bone इसको बोलते हैं. Collarbone is considered, he is very fleshy. Kalundiktaning. And then Ajanubahu. See, Ajanubahu means what? It's a sign of a Mahapurusha. Generally, our hand comes up to the thigh. But Ajanubahu means arms extending up to the knees. When you stand and you extend your hand, it should touch the knees. This is a sign of a Mahapurusha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also had this. Ajanulambita bhushu kanakavadhato sankirtanaikapitaro kamalayataksho Vishwambaro Dvijavaro Karunavataro. What was the last name? Oh, Yugadharma Palu. Ah, Vande Janapriya Karunavatar, correct. So, this is how Ajan, Mahapurusha incarnations will have hands extended up to the knees and eyes extending up to the ears. Big ears. Yeah. So, that's another sign of Mahapurusha. So, Ajanabhuja Sushira, very high crown. And then Sulalat Suvikramaha. Lalata means broad head, broad forehead. Then Sulalata. So, like this, very wonderful qualities are described. He is medium sized physically with limbs poised symmetrically, sinew chested, wide eyed. See, wide eyed. Netra. So, Vishalaksha. Vishala Aksha means eyes are broad, wide. Complexion glossily is prosperous personality with all the providential features, and thus he is self resplendent. Shubhalakshana, Lakshmivan Shubhalakshana has got all the auspicious qualities in his body. No imperfection. Dharmagnya Satyasandaha Prajanam cha hite rataha Yashasvi Jnana Sampannaha Suchi Vashya Samadhiman. Right? He is an knower of rectitude, bidden by the truth. Also, his concern is in the welfare of subjects, proficient in prudence, clean in his conduct, self-controlled, and a diligent one. Thus, he is glorious. So, like this, many qualities are described. It's not ending only. So, actually, first chapter has got more than 100 slokas, and each sloka is describing the qualities of Lord Rama. So, it's unending actually. In brief, it is described here. And if you read the shlokas in the Ramayana, whenever Lord Ram's beauty is described, at least a dozen verses described. Right? Last year I read this Sundarkanda, all verses of Sundarkanda I read. So exhaustive, so elaborate. Right? Valmiki doesn't cut short. He describes the trees and the leaves and the water and the birds chirping, number of birds, varieties of birds, varieties of flowers, and he describes in such a way that you are actually present there. When you read that, you feel as if you are actually present there. Such detail he goes, right? And then it's very elaborate. And each chapter has got minimum 100 verses. Like Bhagavad Gita has got 30, 40, sometimes 70. Ramayana, every chapter has got hundreds of verses. So it's very elaborate. It doesn't cut short things. Very difficult. That's why it's Kavi. Right? Kavita actually takes you into the place and makes you imagine very clearly. And the way Ramayana is written is very simple. Anybody can understand. If you read the slokas also, you can understand. One who has basic knowledge, you can understand. So that's how simple language it is written. Not very complicated. And there is hardly any heavy philosophy. Simple stories. And then this happened, this happened, this happened. And a lot of rasa, a lot of emotions. Valmiki brings out a lot of emotions from the people's heart. Right? He churns the heart of the people. Right? What's happening in Sita Devi's heart? He turns that. What is happening in Lord Ram's heart? What are the feelings in Hanuman's heart? All that he brings out. So that's why Ramayana is very dear to people. They keep reciting. Right? So very attractive book. So I'll just end with a summary of this. I had one PPT of Radheshyam Prabhu where he had summarized all this. Yeah, 16 qualities of Lord Ram. Just show this and then we'll take any questions. Yeah, what are we read now? You see, these are the 16 qualities, which are mentioned in the right side. No? So Lord Ram is, let's start with one. Yeah. See, Sarvabhuteshu Hita, relevant to all living beings. When Lord went to the forest, he protected all the sages in the forest. He protected all the weak animals in the forest from the Rakshasas, like killing all the Rakshasas. Right? And then Gunavan is full of all wonderful qualities, especially principled and virtuous. Those are the two qualities, principled and virtuous. मर्यादा को follow करते हैं. बिभ्यते देवाश्च, feared and devas. I already explained that of Samudra. Ditiman is very brilliant and very influential. Anusuyakaha, he is not jealous of anyone. So you will see that he killed Ravana but put Vibhishana on the post. So he didn't want the post of Lanka. He wanted to give it to him. And then if somebody asked him, you're giving Vibhishana this Lanka, and if Ravana comes tomorrow and asks, what will you do? I'll give him Ayodhya. What if Bharat comes and asks, what will you give him? I'll give him Vaikuntha. So what you will do? I'll serve all of them. So this is how Lord Rama was detached and completely non-envious. One who possesses things become envious, but he was not possessive. Satyavakyo. Right, how is Lord Satyavakya? He gave word to his father, he kept that word. He went to the forest for 14 years. Satyavakya. Any other incident where Lord Satyavakya's quality is magnified? He gave word to Sugriva that I will protect you. You help me and I will help you. So then Sugriva asked, okay, can you please kill Vali? Okay. So then they made a treaty and then Lord Ram killed. He kept his word. And Samartha is competent. So he is fully competent. Don't you think that he could cross over the ocean? Very easily he could cross over the ocean. Right? But still he wanted to give an opportunity to all the. Some people may think, oh, राम जी को क्रॉस करना नहीं आता था इसलिए ब्रिज बना के चल के गए. One may think like that, but actually no. He is actually competent, but to give engagement to all monkeys, he gave the opportunity to make the bridge. At Saurabh is telling he is having one wife only as promised to Sita Mata. Yes. So Lord kept the promise. Eka Patni Vratadhara. Although he got many proposals. Right? Vedavati proposed, please marry me. He said, no, next life. Many proposals. Shurpanaka proposed. He said, no, I'll not marry. Only Eka Patni Vrata. Vidwan, who knows things, is all knowing. Charitrena Yuktaha, good character and excellent behavior he showed. And you can't find any faults in Lord Ram. And one though we found a fault in Lord Ram, and to rectify that, he even was ready to send Sita to the forest, to Valmiki ashram. So he wanted to preserve that character and he wanted to show that exemplary character to everyone. Atmavan means courageous. Jita Krodha, mastered his anger. Kratagnya, grateful, yeah. So grateful. Can you give some examples? How Lord was grateful?
Through the squirrel service, he
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah, he was bringing some small pebbles and putting into the ocean. Lord recognized that I'm grateful to you. And then Lord Ram patted the squirrel and then 3 lions came up. So So squirrel is famous now all over the world because of Lord Ram's touch. Right? Lord Ram is grateful to Jatayu for whatever service Jatayu did. Lord is grateful to Hanuman. Oh, Hanuman, you did such a risky task going to Lanka alone, finding Sita and coming back. I'm so grateful to you. Please accept my embrace. And Lord Ram Petty embraced Hanuman. So, Viryavan, so vigorous, Dhritavrata, so determined, Dharmagnya, conscientious and diligent, Priyadarshana, extremely handsome to look at. So Lord Ram is very beautiful. Lord Ram's color is like that of Darba grass, green color. Because some photos put Lord as a blue color, but actually Krishna is blue, Lord Ram is green, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is golden. Okay. So Sarvabhuteshu Hita is engaged in welfare activities. So these are some of the qualities of Lord Ram. 16 qualities. So these are the 16 qualities which are asked by Valmiki. Yeah. See, Lord Ram is invincible, so he could defeat Tataka Rakshasi. When you're a small child, he defeated Tataka. The Redeemer, uh, like Anusuya's, Ahalya was cursed to become a stone, but by the touch of Lord Ram's feet, Ahalya was liberated. Adherent, Lord Ram adhered to the promise of Dasharatha and went to the forest. He is adored by all. And when Lord Ram decided to go to forest from Ayodhya, whole Ayodhya said, "We adore you so much, we love you so much, we will follow you." Right? Eka Patni Vratastha. Yeah, even when Shurpanaka proposed, he didn't accept. Very grateful to Jatayu for his service. Engaged everyone in his service. Even monkeys were engaged in his service. Exterminator of evil, he killed Ravana, who represents lust. And altruistic. Even before killing Ravana, he crowned Vibhishan as the king. Right? He had so much of faith in Vibhishana. And also is ever serene, ever blissful, and is clean of. Actually, Lord Ram also did not want anybody to point at Sita, so he took Agni Pariksha to test the purity of Sita Devi. Goes on and on. Like the first chapter itself is so exhaustive. What to speak of entire Ramayana. Okay, I'll end here. So today we discussed some wonderful qualities of Lord Rama as described in. Even Lord Ram took Dovi to Saket. Yeah, Saketa Puri Sitaram. Actually, it is said that when Lord Ram was departing, he took everybody on the aeroplane and went back to God. It's described in Bhagavatam. And when Lord was ending the pastimes, he took everybody in Ayodhya. So it includes Dobi also. Must have taken him also. What does the green color describe? I'm not sure. He accepts green color, but the meaning of that green color, I'm not sure. Like Krishna accepts blue color, Lord Chaitanya accepts golden color. There is Hamsavatar accepts white color. Similarly, Lord Ram accepts green color. It comes in many colors. Shuklo Raktaha Tata Pita Idanim Krishna Tangatah. He accepts varieties of colors as per his will. So we can think of Lord Ram's ideal character and qualities, and then we can pray to Lord Ram to develop these qualities. When we chant Lord Ram's name, which is not different than Lord Ram, we also acquire the attributes of Lord Ram. So may not be, even if you acquire fraction of those qualities, our life will be successful. Yes, Jayachandru?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for the class. So the doubt I had was you had told how Valmiki had written the Ramayana with more of rasa and less of philosophy. So what is the role of stories like that? What benefit do they give, and what benefit do philosophy give, and what we should give more importance to? Uh, yeah, that was-
Philosophy, question is what benefit will philosophy give and what benefit will rasa give? Actually, first we should understand philosophy properly. Then we become grounded in the philosophy. I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. And that is very important first. That's why first we give device, discover yourself, basic Gita course. So Gita has no stories, right? Gita has only philosophy. So first we have to understand philosophy of God and greatness of God. And then one can understand the sweetness of God. So people who read only Ramayana like a story without understanding the philosophy of Lord Ram, without understanding philosophy of Gita, they'll misunderstand Ram. But those who understand the philosophy of Lord Ram, that he is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is a Leela Avatara, he is an avatar of the Lord. So such people will not misunderstand Lord's pastimes. Well, in Lord Ram acts like a human being. He is crying when Sita was kidnapped, right? He is acting like a mortal. Sometimes he is acting like a helpless person, dependent on his devotees' help. Right? He could have searched for Sita he himself, but he is sending Hanuman and others to send to search for Sita. So one may start thinking that Lord Ram is like any other human being, and people start questioning. देखो सीता को भेज दिया इसने सीता को जंगल में भेज दिया. What kind of husband he is? So people are questioning Lord Ram even after setting good example. So and people they don't understand philosophy of Lord Ram, then they'll more misunderstand Lord Ram. So that's one should understand both philosophy, then one can relish rasa. Like Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto till ninth canto, a lot of philosophy is there. Right? If you see first canto, second canto, third canto, heavy philosophy. Fifth canto also heavy philosophy is there. Then after crossing fifth canto, some stories start coming. Ajamila, Chitraketu, then comes Narsimhadev, and then finally Lord Ram, Lord Vamana, Varaha, all those Matsya, Kurma, and finally 10th canto Rasa. And that even 10th canto also heavy philosophy in the beginning. Prayers by Devatas, prayers by Brahma, prayers by Indra, and then sweet pastimes of Ras Leela comes. And in Ras Leela chapter also, Shukdev Goswami puts philosophy. Right? So, unless we understand philosophy, we will not be able to properly appreciate rasa. So, we'll misunderstand rasa. So, both are important. सिद्धांत बलिए चित्ते न करो अलस यह इते कृष्ण लागे सुदृढ़ मानस. If you don't be lazy in understanding Siddhanta, because if you understand Siddhanta properly, our mind can fix on Lord Krishna. Otherwise, our determination or faith will be unsteady. Yes, Ajinkya Prabhu. Hey, everyone.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for this wonderful class. So in between we had discussion about this inquisitiveness. So we are mostly inquisitive for material things and by default, but for spiritual inquisitiveness we have to impose it or we have to uh, go through it. So my question is how to increase that appetite for spiritual knowledge or say for spiritual life.
Yeah, so, शास्त्र से अथा तो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा. Brahma Jigyasa. That's what is the purpose of human life, na? Brahma Jigyasa. One should inquire about the absolute truth. If one is not inquiring about absolute truth, then he is not a human, he is an animal. वो मनुष्य नहीं वो जानवर है. इसलिए इंक्वायरी करना चाहिए. And fact that you are sitting in the classes, fact that you are coming to classes, there is some inquiry. There is some inquisitiveness. And it's not that every class I have to ask a question. But if I am eager to hear, if I am having the interest to listen, then that's also jignasa. And if somebody else is asking a question and I'm eager to hear that question and the answer, then that's also inquisitiveness. Like, I may not personally ask many questions. Maybe sometimes I may ask a question, but somebody else is asking, but I like to hear because those questions which are there in me, he may ask, others may ask. So one should try to encourage and appreciate this habit of asking questions. So if I don't have questions, I can hear others' questions. But if I get a question, then I should not hide it. I should go and ask. Go to a relevant person, appropriate person, and ask that question. So one should be inquisitive, but one should not be doing absurd inquiry also. I've seen some people asking absurd questions. Absurd questions. That should not be the trend. One should ask relevant questions, not irrelevant and absurd questions. Prabhupada used to say, so one person heard that Dwarka had 16,000 palaces, and in each palace, Krishna was there with his queen and 10 children and 10 grandchildren. So then he started calculating population also this much. So then, how was the drainage system? Final question: how was the drainage system? Is the irrelevant question. How it was there, some system was there, but how does it matter to your spiritual growth? So the question should be relevant for our spiritual development, not just asking for the sake of asking. Yes, Ajinkya.
Yes, Sarojit.
Anything else? So when we meet together, devotees meet together, we should ask questions. So, Prabhu, how is your preaching going on? So how many bus are coming? And what kind of topics you are taking? What are the challenges you are facing? You are getting 10 boys, we are getting only one boy. What is the secret of your success? You can share such kind of questions. This is also jignasa, isn't it? So we should inquire and we should ask. Like we are in Kanpur 2 days back, so we had 150 devotees from all over India coming. For what? Jignasa only. To do jignasa. तो आपका preaching कैसे चल रहा है, हमारा preaching कैसे चल रहा है? Okay, some success stories were shared, some good achievements were shared, some challenges are also shared, right? So by that what happens? Churning happens. Then okay, then each one takes support from others. We take support of each other, and then like one devotee in Rupar, IIT Rupar is doing credit course. 250 people are attending in IIT. 3 credit Gita course. I asked him, Prabhu, please share what you're doing, how you're doing, how did you get this? Um, so director is favorable, so things are happening. Right? So he was helping, so it is happening. So of course he said there are some other challenges also, and I heard that also. So because everything has got a success story and there is challenge also. Yeah. There will always be two sides. So we can learn. So like this we can do jignasa. So then we can improve our preaching and we can improve our own bhakti also. How is your chanting going on? What are the struggles in your chanting? What are the realizations of your chanting? Which book you are reading? What kind of points you are liking? So in this way we can try to do this kind of jignasa rather than only asking about what's happening in Iran, what's happening, what is the gas price now. You should know, but that you should not spend hours together discussing that. We do what is needed. Okay, गैस खत्म हो गया, लकड़ी लेके आओ, चला दो, चूल्हा बनाओ. In Surat, we used to make chula, We had chula once upon a time. We used to cook in chula also. Sadhya Bruce time. I get it and start cooking, but one should not spend too much time worrying about that. Do what is practical and do practice, preach Krishna consciousness. Right? Okay. There's a comment here. How you developed so much devotion and inquisitiveness to know Krishna at this early age? Somewhere it's Krishna's grace. Saurabh is asking. You are asking me or you are asking or Ajinkya Prabhu? Yes, Saurabh Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was asking about you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I had my school. In my school, I had a lot of interest to read. So one of my English teacher was there. He gave a lot of books to me to read. He one, two, three, 10 books he gave. I started reading. And one of the book was Ramayana. Another book was Mahabharata by Sri Rajagopalachari, the South Indian writer. He written summary of Ramayana and Mahabharata. And one of the book was Gandhi's My Experiments with Truth. Then another book was Swami Rama, My Living with the Himalayan Sages. Another book was Autobiography of a Yogi by Swami Yogananda. So I read these books. Of course, he had put other novels also, Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Milton. So I read that also. Yes, maybe था, ये भी था. So then these books attracted me more. Swami Yogis and Ramayana Mahabharata. So, and in my mother used to get Amar Chitrikatha. One book I had about Mahabharata, Amar Chitra. Somebody had given. I had to read that Bhima beating Bakasura again and again. Comics book, Bhima beating Bakasura. Very nice story too. So in childhood, when you read such things, when you get such impressions, it becomes very easy to develop that jignasa. But if somebody is reading Superman, Spider-Man, He-Man, She-Man, whatever, then what happens? They don't have that spiritual interest. So that's why parents, right? Like now you're also going to become parents, so you should try to uh, uh, give the children that samskar at early age, right? To think of Krishna, to hear about Krishna. Then later on they will pick up. It may take time, but later on, at right time, they will pick up. बीज तो डाल दिया, मन में बीज तो डाल दिया. Prahlad got the seed of bhakti in the womb only. Right? When mother was pregnant, Narada spoke Bhagavatam, and Prahlad became devotee in the womb. When he was born, he was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate was there. 16 months started by birth. He didn't have to wait to grow up. Right? This is called womb preaching. Like we generally do college preaching, but we should start a wing of womb preaching. Right? Doctors can do that in the hospital only. They can give mala to ladies who are carrying, and then child who are born will be like Prahlad Maharaj. Isn't it? Yes, Niket. Doctor preaching. Hare Krishna. So we have our devotees here. Ashish Prabhu, Vishal Prabhu, and Aniket Prabhu. Ashish Prabhu, all of you know. Some familiar faces. Vishal Prabhu is of Surat. He's doing PhD in Varanasi. Ashish is working in Delhi, and Aniket Prabhu is Manipal alumni. He's working in Jamshedpur, radiologist. They all came here for Ayodhya Yatra. Hare Krishna. So we'll end here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Hare Krishna.